Look at you. Look at what you've survived, what you've pushed through, what you've carried silently while still showing up. You think that was an accident? You think all that struggle, all that pressure, all that resistance was just random? No, it was preparing you. It was shaping something in you that comfort never could. Because deep down, you know you were made for more. You feel it. In those quiet moments, when no one's watching, when the noise dies down, you hear it calling, that pull, that voice in your chest that says, don't settle here. But here's the thing. Potential doesn't fulfill itself. It dies in people who never act. It fades in the ones who keep saying tomorrow and never mean it. Potential is dangerous when left untouched, because the more you ignore it, the heavier it gets. It doesn't disappear. It turns into regret. And regret, that's the heaviest thing you'll ever carry, because you'll never forget what you could have been if you just tried harder, focused longer. Stop talking yourself out of your own greatness. There's something in you, a version of you that hasn't even been unleashed yet, a level of discipline, strength, creativity, intensity that hasn't been tapped, and you know it. You're not tired of the grind. You're tired of ignoring your purpose. You're not broken. You're bored. Bored with mediocrity. Bored of shrinking just to fit in. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to break out. But nothing changes until you decide to stop wasting it. Stop wasting your time. Stop wasting your mind. Stop wasting your life pretending you don't have what it takes, because you do. You've always had it, but you've been waiting. And time, it doesn't wait back. Look at you. You're not here by accident. There's more in you, and you know it. So if you've got the potential, why haven't you used it? Let's be real. It's not because you don't want it. It's not because you don't care. It's because somewhere along the way, you got used to waiting. Waiting for the right time. Waiting to feel ready. Waiting for someone to believe in you before you believed in yourself. There is no perfect time. No magic moment. No green light from the sky telling you go. You're going to have to move while it's messy, while you're unsure, while you're scared. You're going to have to act while doubt is screaming, because doubt doesn't disappear, you just get stronger than it. You've been conditioned to play small, to aim low, to avoid risk and stay safe. They told you to be realistic, to be grateful, to be careful. And so you built a routine around safety, and you started calling it your life. But you know what safety really is? It's a slow death of your potential. Every day you stay comfortable, you trade possibility for predictability, and it feels okay until it doesn't. Until something inside you starts screaming louder than your fear, and you try to silence it with distraction, with excuses, with fake busy work that keeps you moving but not growing. You scroll, you binge, you wait. You tell yourself stories about why now's not the time, but deep down you know you're lying to yourself. You're not stuck. You're scared, and that's fine. Fear is normal. But letting it control your life, that's a choice. You weren't born to live a life that looks good on the outside, but feels empty on the inside. You were built to become something rare, to push limits, to take risks, to walk into rooms and change the energy just by being who you are, fully, unapologetically. But you'll never find that version of yourself while clinging to comfort. So ask yourself, is what's stopping you stronger than what's inside you? Or are you just waiting for a sign that you were always meant to be more? You ever think about how much power you're actually sitting on? Not the kind you show off, the quiet kind, the kind that doesn't need attention. It just builds in the background, waiting for you to stop playing games and finally give it permission to break through. Look at your own life, the moments you actually tried, the moments you locked in, cut out the noise, got serious. You saw results, even if they were small, even if no one else noticed. You noticed. And if you've done it once, you can do it again. And again. and again, until it becomes who you are. You don't need a massive shift. You need consistency with intention. You don't need to feel motivated. You need to decide and then move every day, whether it's exciting or not, whether people clap or not, whether it feels like it's working or not, because real power isn't loud. It's built in silence. It's built in those early mornings, late nights, reps no one sees, conversations you have with yourself when no one's around to remind you why you started. And once you start building that version of yourself, the one who shows up no matter what, you become dangerous. You stop needing validation. You stop waiting for someone to rescue you. You stop asking permission to take up space. You walk differently. You speak differently. You think long-term because you're no longer controlled by the moment. You stop being reactive and start becoming relentless. That's the power that's in you. Not hype, not empty motivation. Just you, fully awake, fully focused, fully committed. And you know what happens when you start living like that? You raise the standard for everyone around you. You stop being one of the crowd. You become the example. The one people watch when they forget what discipline looks like. The one people study when they're ready to stop making excuses. All that energy you've been wasting on fear, doubt, distraction, you turn it into something real. Results, progress, presence. But none of it shows up until you do. Stop waiting to feel ready. Start being dangerous now. Because the longer you wait, the more your potential slips into the rear view. And that's not what you're here for. You were made for more. Now prove it to yourself. You weren't born average. You weren't built for bare minimum. You weren't put here to drift, scroll, repeat, until your days run out and you realize you never really lived. You were built to move people, to inspire, to change the atmosphere when you walk into the room. But somewhere along the way, you forgot. You started measuring your worth by numbers, by timelines, by other people's expectations. You started letting failure define you instead of fuel you. But here's the thing. Your potential never left. It just got buried under distractions, fear, doubt, and comfort. So let this be the moment. Right here, right now, where you wake up to who you really are. Not the version of you that plays it safe. Not the one who blends in to keep everyone comfortable. I'm talking about the real you, the one who wants it, the one who's tired of wasting time, the one who knows this isn't just about goals, it's about legacy, because someone out there is watching you, waiting for you to rise, waiting for you to show them what's possible when someone refuses to settle. Don't let your life become a museum of what-ifs. Don't let your talent collect dust. Don't waste another year convincing yourself you're not ready. You've already got everything you need. You just have to use it. Use your pain. Use your story. Use your fire. Use the doubt people threw at you and turn it into discipline. You get one shot at this, one life. No rewinds, no do-overs. So stop shrinking, stop delaying, stop pretending you don't care when you know deep down you do. Because you're not afraid of failure. You're afraid of success, afraid of who you'll have to become, afraid of what you'll have to leave behind. But let me tell you, what's on the other side of that fear is everything you've been waiting for. And you won't get there by waiting for someone to save you. It's on you. So stand up, look in the mirror, and tell yourself the truth. I'm not wasting another day. I'm not wasting another breath. I'm done living below my potential. Because it's time to show the world who you really